Rotorua ahead in tonight's bulletin. Internet mana Waiariki candidate Annette Sykes says she'll continue door-knocking and talking face-to-face with voters right up to polling day. Proposals around future use for City Focus will be discussed at a public meeting tomorrow at Council. And a star performance at the Ames Games for 13-year-old Chelsea Edwards winning 8 gold medals in the pool. But first, Labour candidate for Waiariki, Rawiri Waititi, presented his motivation for standing for the Māori seat to local business people at last week's Chamber of Commerce election debate. Mr Waititi was the only Waiariki candidate to address the gathering. He says Labour policies best suit the aspirations of Māori and he's standing for a positive change for the electorate.
This is probably a crucial time for the Waiariki. They've got two choices. They can either vote for more of the same, which in actual fact is not as rosy-posy as some of them have said up here. It's actually been disastrous for Māori. Māori unemployment rates have doubled since 2011. Māori youth unemployment is 25%, which means 1 in 4 of our rangatahi do not have a job. And so those are the real statistics facing Māori. As a dad, and I've spoken to many mums and dads over the campaign trail, their needs are simple. They want good paid jobs, they want to be able to send their babies to school, to get a world-class education, and they want to live in dry, warm, affordable housing. We've got the policies, we've got a range of policies to ensure that happens for our babies.
Later tonight, we screen some audience reaction to the candidate's presentation, as well as hear from the organiser of the event, Chamber of Commerce CEO Darren Walsh. Meanwhile, Internet Mana's Waiariki candidate Annette Sykes is hard on the campaign trail and meeting voters and promoting policies. She says her pollsters are finding that the race to win Waiariki is a lot closer than people think.
I've just returned to Rotorua, but I've been door knocking in Murupara, Kawarau and Whakatane for the last 4 days, and huge support. Everyone wants a change of government. There's an overwhelming desire that the National Party is not returned, and so there's a lot of thinking going on about how that would be achieved, and I believe the message of my message that this is a strategic seat which requires tactical voting has resonated, and for the first time I've seen a lot of young ones, the poor, absolutely getting it, that their circumstances can be changed by a change of government.
A public meeting is being held at Council tomorrow to discuss ideas and proposals relating to the inner city. Top of the agenda is a request from the Inner City Focus Group that the Council look at opening up City Focus to traffic. Portfolio Lead District Councillor Karen Hunt says all stakeholders and the community will be consulted before any changes are made. The public meeting will start at 5 p.m. tomorrow at RDC. Reporter Kitty Danielle went along to City Focus yesterday to get some local users' opinions of the inner city space.
It's a pretty good little place, everyone hangs out here. It's good in the summertime.
I think it's actually stupid. You've got a nice little central focus area there where people can sit, enjoy. That's where a lot of the fundraising events happen. You've got the community constable right there in the centre of town. Very important when they've had all these problems with teenagers. It's a stupid backward move.
Absolutely crazy. It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
This is a lovely centre to Rotorua. It's really good.
Because it's central and it suits it. You know, because if you take it down, then it'll just be more. You won't really have anywhere people to gather, sort of thing. Yeah.
Pulling this down and it didn't cast through now. Oh, I would say no, you know. Yeah, people want to come to town, you see, and this is a nice place for them to relax and enjoy the community spirit that Rotorua has, you know.
I don't know. I quite like the City Focus. I think there's probably more things it could be used for, but I quite like the City Focus. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
In sport tonight, congratulations to medal winners so far at the Ames Games taking place in Tauranga. 7,500 Year 8 and 9 intermediate students from over 200 schools are taking part in 17 sporting codes. 13-year-old Chelsea Edwards has been the standout in the pool with record-breaking performances, hauling in 8 gold medals for her efforts. Friday is the final day of the competition. For information, visit nzamesgames.co.nz. To your weather update now. Tonight, drizzle at times with northeast breezes and an overnight low of 5. Tomorrow, Thursday, Cloudy with a few showers, northeasterlies, a high of 14 and a low of 9. And the outlook for Friday, showers turning to rain, northeasterlies, a high of 15 and a low of 11. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, northeast 15 knots developing in the morning with waves less than half a metre, cloudy with poor visibility in morning and evening drizzle, however fair visibility in a few afternoon showers. Remember, for program listings and other info or to catch up on city news, you can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come in tonight's show, we talk hotel rooms and visitor numbers with Gert Tallard, President of the Rotorua Hotel Association. We have news about this year's Westpac Business Awards, and we have some audience reaction to last week's Chamber of Commerce election debate.
We're enjoying the hospitality down here at the Sedima Hotel with the General Manager, Gert Tallard, who wears a couple of hats. One of them is, yes, he is the General Manager of this beautiful establishment, but he's also the Hotel Sector Chairperson for TIA.
Yes, Mel, that's correct. That's the role I've been engaged with for about 2 years now. And it really just involves making sure that we have a voice at the Tourism Industry Association for the Rotorua hotel sector, so to speak.
So tell me, from your TIA perspective, wearing that hat, there's a new motel coming to town. Now it's the Ramada. Can you talk, with your TIA hat on, from that perspective about this new establishment making its way into town?
Yes, Mel. We, of course, welcome any new investment into the city because it does bring the economic benefit for our community in jobs and more visitation. However, we're quite happy to see this property being positioned as a luxury product because there is a need in our market for such a product. We are ever cautioned that it needs to be at that market segment. Rotorua's oversupply in other segments of the market is well known. However, there is a shortage as far as luxury top-line product is concerned. So from that perspective, it's great to see. But we do remain hopeful that it will be an ultra-luxury product because that will bring a different kind of visitor to our city, which is needed.
So let's talk about that different kind of visitor. Anyone in specific, anyone in particular?
Well, it's no secret that the Chinese visitation is changing. The profile of the Chinese visitor is changing rapidly. And we are getting a whole lot more of what we call self-drive visitors from China. These are well-heeled, well-travelled individuals. They have a taste for good luxury product. And in Rotorua currently, we're a little limited. There are a number of fantastic properties here. But most certainly we could do with something that is fresh and something that is modern and luxurious to service that market in particular. And that goes the same for other markets such as Australia, the United States. There is definitely a need for our destination to have a luxury product.
So that's one of your hats that you wear. But the other one that I'd like to talk about is the Ngāti Whakauē Education Endowment Trust scholarship that you offer. Can you talk, how did you get into that? How was that partnership developed and why Ngāti Whakauē in particular?
Well, we have a long-standing association with them, Mel, in that the hotel is located on their land and we're very proud of that. And 2 years ago we sat down and we just entered into discussion with the Education Endowment Trust from Ngāti Whakauē to explore some ways in how we could facilitate and help them develop young hospitality leaders. And we came up with a concept that involves us supporting a young Maori student, so to speak, ideally a school leaver who is embarking on a career. And we will provide them employment with us for a year with the ultimate aim of them then progressing into tertiary study. And the Education Endowment Trust then assists the student through a variety of means. And it's just something we're very proud of. We've had the first candidate, Awateri Douglas, go through this process. So he's nearing the end of his first year with us now. And we are currently looking at opening applications for the 2015 variety of this. So yeah, I'd encourage anyone interested in that to contact the hotel just with details in regards to that. We will also be putting it out into the media for applications to open for young people if they are interested in a hotel career or a hospitality career as such. most certainly we think that's a great start.
And so really you're helping to provide more professionals in this industry as well, aren't you?
Well, Mel, the other thing that we looked at is when we looked around the city, it was quite noticeable that we have a number of fantastic businesses here, but we don't necessarily have Maori leadership in them. And I think as a city, if we're going to remain authentic, it would be great to raise up some new young leaders in our industry, people who are proudly Maori, people who are proudly Ngāti Whakaue, and people who are then equipped with the right skill, the right experience to actively and professionally lead organisations. And I think that's ultimately the aim that we'd like to see, is to provide these young students the opportunity of a fantastic career.
You use the word authenticity, you know, so what I'm hearing from you is that you'd like the experience of Rotorua to be a true, authentic experience, and that is why it's important to have Ngāti Whakaue step into these positions?
Yes, I think ultimately, you know, we are the cultural capital of New Zealand. And what I just like to see is that we provide a professional, fantastic experience without losing the fact that we are the cultural capital of New Zealand. You know, and I think we can interweave that into the visitor experience in a beautiful way. And what better way to have fantastic young Maori walking around our establishments in positions and eventually in senior positions, and providing that career path too for the further generation following after that. That would be fantastic to see.
Well, congratulations, I think that's wonderful. So you heard it here, the Ngāti Whakaue Endowment Trust, giving away scholarships. So if you're out there, you want to be the professional within your field of the realm of hospitality, you'd like to see yourself shine and really get into offering what we have here in Rotorua, come and see the team down here at the Sedima Hotel and come and have a chat with Gert.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Kia ora everybody, it's my pleasure to be joined now by the new CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Darren Walsh. Hi Darren.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, kia ora. So we've got an awards ceremony coming up shortly. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we do. We do have an awards ceremony coming up, and we're out there with our finalists, and the awards ceremony itself is on the 3rd of October.
The Westpac Business Excellence Awards, is that right?
It is indeed, yes.
And so it's going to be your first?
It will be my first. I'm into week
11?
week 11 now, and this will be my first Business Excellence Awards. Bit of a baptism by fire, but really looking forward to it.
And it's going to be one of the best, I hear.
It will be the best.
Very good, we like that.
Yeah.
So tell me what's a little bit different about this year.
This year, look, there are a few changes. I guess the most obvious is the ticket price. We have lowered the price this year. It is $95 per person. That cost includes a 3-course dinner, complimentary drink on arrival, and 3 bottles of wine per table, and then there's a cash bar in operation after that. So it's $95 a head this year, and a great entertainment package. We've been successful in getting Howard Dobson from TV 3 Days to come and MC, and entertainment package which features Jason Kerrison from Op Shop and New Zealand's Got Talent fame, and local girl Lizzie Marvelly will also be appearing. So.
Well, that's a very impressive lineup.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a very good entertainment package, as well as 2 or 3 other young up-and-comers too from New Zealand entertainment scene. So we're really looking forward to it.
Now you've got some new sponsors in this year, haven't you?
We do have one new sponsor this year to join the family of sponsors for the event, and that's Deloitte's. They've come on board as our service provider sponsor for this year, and we welcome them on board and really appreciate their support.
Well, so can you run through some of the categories, or all of them, because I know there's 8 or 9, are there?
Yeah, there are. We have our business awards categories, which obviously they're the categories that if you win, you're there in the running for the Supreme Award. We have the Daily Post Hospitality and Attractions Business Award. We have the Holland Beckett Manufacturing and Trade Business Award. We have the Deloitte's Service Provider Business Award, the Rotorua District Council Emerging Business Award, the Pukeroa
Rotorua Whata Trust. There you go.
Yes,
Help you out.
I need to get that out. Retail Business Award. We also have the HITS Community Organisation Business Award. And then in the Distinction Awards, we have the NZCU Employee of the Year Distinction Award. We also have the Rotorua Trust Community Support Distinction Award and the Trust Power Customer Service Distinction Award.
So what does it mean for people if they become a finalist? What's the benefit for them?
Oh, look, there's lots of benefits. I mean, being able to say that you're a finalist in the Westpac Business Excellence Awards is great kudos, and for that we allow all our finalists to put a logo on their letterhead or their emails to say they were a finalist, and it's just the showcasing of their business leading up to, and I guess the talk and the speculation that goes on as to who's going to be the winners. So there's great benefit. They come through the judging process and they get great feedback. Even those that haven't made the cut as a finalist, they come out with some great feedback about things they can do in their business to improve.
Got to be good for morale too within the business internally.
Oh, exactly. Yes, yeah, it is. And what we tend to find is that a lot of our finalists, they'll turn up on the gala night and they'll buy a table for their employees, and it really is good team bonding. So yeah, and of course the gala night itself is a great night.
So tell me a little bit now about what people should expect on this night, what to bring. Who votes, by the way? Who makes the decision?
Well, in the Business Awards category, the decisions are not made as yet. Each finalist in the Business Awards have a presentation that they have to make to the judges, and they'll be doing that on a weekend coming up soon. The Distinction Awards, the judging's over and it's final, and we don't know who's won any of those awards, both Distinction and Business. We won't know who's won till the night. So people need to come along, buy a ticket, buy a table, and come along and hear who's won, because it really is a great night.
Well, we look forward to it, and also your first night as the big boss man, and I hope it all goes really well for you. Oh
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and of course TV Rotorua need to also look forward to the Business Awards, because they are a finalist, and congratulations to TV Rotorua.
Thank you very much. Everyone at the office is very excited, especially the cameraman Graham and I. Graham? Yes, he's nodding his head. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, kia ora, I'm joined now by Darren Walsh. He's the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber of Commerce has, of course, put on this morning for all of the electoral candidates. What did you think of the morning?
I was very impressed with it. I'm very happy with it. The numbers a week ago were very light. The phone rang red hot yesterday. We had good numbers here today, about 80 people, and a fantastic morning. Certainly a good, clean debate.
Did you feel that there was a standout?
I think they were all winners. I think they all got their point across very clear where they stood. I think Todd and Tamati, as we all know, are having a good
crack at it.
They're having a good crack at it. They're both. I think they both stood out today, and I wish all of them all the very best.
In terms of business and the community, who do you felt had the best answers?
Oh, look, they all answered well. Look, Rotorua, I guess, is a community where we do need investment, and we do need external investment, people to come in from outside Rotorua and invest their time and their money. And I think all the candidates had that right. And it's a battle for Rotorua, and for whoever gets into government as our candidate, it's a battle that they're going to have to fight. But look, they all had good answers for that.
Anything that particularly stood out to you as something you would have liked to have heard more about?
No, I think the questions that came up from the floor were good. I don't think there was any real biting issue that, I guess we all hear enough about education, and we all hear enough about housing and health. I think the issues that came up today were very relevant to Rotorua business, and the audience were largely Rotorua business people, so very happy with what came up.
Could you tell me what you thought of the morning?
I thought it was very, very informative. I was delighted to see the number of business owners and Rotorua people to turn out, to listen to our candidates, and I feel much more informed about the election now. Thank you.
Did you think there was a standout?
There's always a standout for me, and I just believe that we need another term to get the work done.
Yeah, I think there's some confusion over who's right as far as the economy is concerned, and I don't think that's sorted yet. But no, I think that the idea of supporting the region and supporting local bodies is good. And they all seem to agree on those sort of things, which is good too.
Was there a standout for you?
Well, I think it was just that, supporting the region. I mean, too many times they have this one-size-fits-all thing, and that it doesn't work.
Did you feel that there was a particular candidate that stood out?
I'm biased anyway.
You're biased anyway. What was your opinion of the morning?
Yeah, it was useful. I mean, what you expect from politicians is a lot of promises. The ability to deliver is another matter. I didn't really get a reflection on how they were going to do things, and I think forestry is a classic example in terms of interest for Rotorua. You can talk about added value processing, you can talk about, creating jobs, but it's all in the doing, and as long as the asset remains in international ownership, it is very difficult for us to have any say and control. So we can dream about added value and jobs, but that's all that remains unless they address serious issues around how they're going to make those changes. And I didn't get that. However, I didn't expect it either. I think, I enjoyed it, as you do with political discussions, but, the proof of the pudding's in the eating.
Did you think that there was a standout?
I think Todd's got it down pat as the National Party candidate. I did like the Māori candidates. I think Tamati and Rawiri did well. Rawiri was himself, and I think that's refreshing when a politician expresses who they are. I thought the guy, Mr. Tabato, did well. He's a New Zealand first, more of a structured academic approach to things, and he is an academic. I thought generally they were pretty good. I wasn't overly impressed by, and I think he was feeling his way by the ACT Party member, not the ACT Party member, and I guess he's young and new in the game.
22?
22, and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, a lot to learn yet.
Well, kia ora, Mike. What did you think of the morning?
I thought it was a very interesting, open debate amongst the candidates. It's a pity there weren't a few more along who didn't front up, as we know. I won't suggest that anyone got the better of the other, because I think that wasn't the case this morning necessarily. We were all here to listen to what they all individually had to say. There were some very good comments from all members of the panel, and I congratulate them and the Chamber for organising an interesting, open, frank debate.
Some reaction there from local business people to the presentations by candidates at the Chamber of Commerce Great Election Debate. Tomorrow night, our final interview before polling day with Internet Mana's Waiariki candidate Annette Sykes. If you have any news that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984, or you can email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand.